Anyway, Zaffa certainly liked it.
Umpire Seaborn says no then, yeah?
Zaffa bowls, and this is tickled down the leg side by Coles, and that will run away for 4. It's not actually been the quickest that this Bristol outfield has been. Half century. Zaffa bowls, and Coles reverse sweeps. He's bowled. He will not get to that half century. He played that shot a couple of times to good effect early on in his innings, but it always did feel like a bit of a risk to the left-arm spinner. Zaffa bowls Crocombe down the pitch and smacking the ball up in the air, and he's got plenty of this. It's going to go 1 bounce and for 4. Just inside the ropes.
Goodman round the wicket to Sussex captain Simpson, who's cutting that away through point for 4 runs. So that will get him off the mark. Fantastic shot off the back foot from the former Middlesex man. And
as well, but this is the championship.
That one's very similar. That one does beat the man at extra cover. Nicely timed, nicely placed. That will run away for 4. And so
he's been on strike 4.
And this one is played away by Simpson out through the offside, and it's going to go to the boundary for 4 through the cover region.
Like a tail ender. This has been hoisted high up in the air by Crocombe. He's going to be gone here. Surely Van Buren will take this catch at mid-on, and he does. It's a second wicket for Zaffa Gohart with his 1 over at Cheltenham. As Zaffa bowls down the leg side this time, Bracey can't take it, but it was fired a long way down there, and it will have to, I'm afraid, go down as 4 byes. Day 1, but still just enough. Down the pitch, Simpson. This has been walloped away over long on. That is a mighty hit from Simpson, and it's gone.
Actor now comes in and bowls, and Carson this time gives that a heave over mid-wicket for a boundary. Runs away for 4 runs from the Ashley Down Road end. Bowls, and Carson cuts, and Carson will get a boundary. Briefly in the air, and facing up to Zaman Akhtar again. Akhtar bowls, and this time there's an edge, and that will fly between slip and gully, and it will be 4 more. Frustration celebrated wildly, and this time he does connect with it, Carson, and Simpson has to duck out the way. Everybody has to get out the way because it's gone for 4.
Second innings.
Attempted big swing from Carson. He doesn't get. I don't think he got anything on it, or did he? No, he did. He got a little inside edge on it, and it went down behind the wicket-keeper for 4 runs.
As Goodman bowls to Carson, whipped away off the pads, and for 4, I suspect, it will go. Zaffa Gohart is quick round that boundary, but Carson, I think Tom Price would be able to get through and over in 2 minutes 10 seconds anyway. Starts off with a loose delivery on the legs, and that is clipped through square leg by Carson, and that will be the 4 runs to take Sussex to a first. It's helped it to speed away. Tom Price bowls Carson. Oh, he's going to get 4 more for this, I think. Leading edge, trying to clip to leg, and it flies over backward point. And for 4, but it is 50 for Jack Carson. Not carrying with this new ball. Tom Price into Carson, who's whipping this one away down to fine leg for 4 more. And that will take the lead to 150. In comes Chris Dent.
Oh, and edged from Simpson through between slip and gully for 4. And once again, what were you saying? Can't do wrong for doing right, or something along those lines.
Goodman into Carson. He bowls at short, wide, clattered for 4. There's nobody out on that offside boundary. It was a long hop. Goodman bowls a short ball, top edged over the keeper's head, and it's almost gone for 6. 1 bounce and for 4. It is not a long boundary there, so I'll get a bit of shade later on. Price round the wicket to Simpson. It's full, wide, and creamed away through the covers, and that will be 4 runs. Archie Bailey on as a substitute fielder, but he's more there for the cut. It's now 1 shy of his half century. In goes Price and bowls. Simpson drives it up to mid-off. He wants the single for his 50 here and will get it, despite Zaffa shying at the stumps. He misses anyway. 285 for 6. Price bowls short, wide, and it's been sort of bottom-edged, really, to the left-hand side of gully, and
he's back in action again, and this time Carson is bowled. He's played on, I think. And so that's the end of that partnership. Carson went for a big swinging drive.
Price back over the wicket to Simpson, who edges that one, but it's down into the ground, and would you believe it, it's gone into the gap between slip and gully, but that time not catchable. Not that
Nick's need on that, so current situation. And there's a wicket, and that's Foreman gone bowled. He leant forward, and Sussex can't get promotion off there. Oh, and a chance, and an edge is there, yes! An edge through to the wicketkeeper Bracey, and Simpson has to go for 61. Zafar has 5. 5 for 72 for him. As Zafar comes in to bowl to a Nadkat, and Nadkat is struck on the pad, and he's going to be out. Dead in front. So Zafar ends with 6.
And that is his 300th first-class wicket as well.
From the pavilion end and bowls, and Dent with soft hands plays it through a gap which didn't even seem to be there between slip and gully, and he's going to get the first boundary of the innings.
And Nadkat runs in and bowls to Phillips. It's down the leg side and flicked for 4. And Nadkat's got his hands clasped behind his head.
So Ollie Robinson then coming in and bowling to Dent, and Dent tried to... Oh, he's got an edge on that, has he? Yes, he's gone down to the third man boundary for 4.
Crocombe to Phillips, bowls short ball, and Phillips gets on top of it, pulls it away through mid-wicket, and they don't have the fielder out on the boundary anymore, so that will go for 4 runs, narrowly missing.
James Cole's the man at leg slippers, and Nadkat comes in, driven back past him. It's got the legs, has it, to go up towards the boundary? I think it possibly has. Yes, it does. Keeps the fielder interested for a little period.
Already at the end of it after this delivery, Dent goes for the big one, and he's got it well enough for 6.
Landed on the outfield as a Nadkat comes in and bowls. Now there's another big appeal, and this time he's been given. Jaden and Nadkat strikes again in this match.
3 slips for him as he bowls to Ollie Price, and inside edged, and it just misses the stumps, and it will go to the boundary to add to Sussex's annoyance. Who the crease, this is over pitch though, and slapped away through extra cover. It's a long boundary out there, but I think the ball will just limp over the boundary rope.
He comes in and bowls, and Nadkat edged and out. Caught brilliantly at slip, and Sussex have their second wicket. Great work from Tom Haynes.
Is it? Am I missing out on something not stopping here? All these places, you just wonder.
Carson comes in and bowls, and a sweep from Dent, which is going to go fine. Is it going to go for 4? Yes, it is.
Of 185. Cole's in, Dent across his stumps to sweep and beats the fielder at square leg, and
as Carson comes in and bowls, and edge just past the dive of first slip. It's going to run down towards the boundary, and it goes for 4. Team on as Carson comes in, and Hammond sweeps, and sweeps well for 4. That was a more... The sun's gone behind a cloud here, I think, because there's no shadows out there now. Now a little little lap from clever from Dent, and that's gone for 4.
Foreman bowls down the leg side, swept on its way for 4 by Dent. And that was 4 from the moment it left the bat, really. Nobody anywhere near that. They've had that short fine for Carson. Wasn't the greatest.
And Nadkat income bowls, and Dent pulls that away into the vacant, very vacant mid-wicket area. And that's 4 runs, and it's 50 for Chris Dent.
Foreman bowls, and that's edged wide of slip again. And 4 runs to Hammond, the second time that he has just sliced an edge round the wicket. Bowls to Hammond, who's caught behind. Yeah, he is. He's been given, and there is a late wicket for Sussex. Exactly what they would have looked for.
Round the wicket to Dent. In he comes, and got an edge and played down with soft hands through into the gully region. And so at the end of the day, the players applauded off the field. 140 for 3 Gloucestershire, trailing by 62.